Welcome to another Foolish Thoughts episode. This is Joseph Barone, aka A Fool for Learning, your training and learning consultant. Our foolish thought for today is work attire. In March, I was talking at some length to a person I have known for a while. I'm going to call her Stella. She is a Gen Xer. A Gen Xer was born after 1965 but before 1984. In Stella's case, she was born after 1965 but before 1970. Although Stella is not the manager in her department, she is one of the senior staff with a good reputation for both quality and quantity of work. Because of that, she has been assigned to train the new and younger staff members. This is part of the organization's succession plan to train younger employees who will eventually take over the work for the long term. After they come out of the organization's training program, these new employees are assigned to Stella to begin to gain knowledge and experience on the various products and product lines, not simply of their own organization, but also of their competitors. This on-the-job training also includes interfacing with other units, conducting management briefings, writing reports, etc. On a regular basis, Stella's unit is asked to provide a briefing on the latest products and product lines to management or what the competition is doing, sometimes within a few hours' notice. They're expected to pull the needed information and brief management in person, not via Zoom or Microsoft Teams or even Adobe Connect. One of the issues that Stella has noticed is that the younger staff do not dress appropriately for the organization. They'll think nothing of coming into work with wild multicolor sweaters, leggings, sweatpants, and a sweatshirt, sweatband, or even crop top sweaters. When they are asked, as mentioned earlier, to make a last-minute presentation to management, they really look silly and immature. Now, of course, there are some organizations in which this is acceptable based on the line of business that they're in. But for Stella's, this is not. On several occasions, Stella has had to speak to some of the younger staff about their attire, and to one in particular. It does not seem to stick that you cannot go to a briefing with high-level department and division managers with multicolor sneakers and light gray leggings. Some have taken to having some more appropriate clothing to change in for these last-minute meetings, but even what they think is appropriate, Stella tells me, is really not. So, why does this happen? As part of my chat with Stella, we first discussed the effect that the COVID lockdowns had, in which people did not have to get dressed up as they work from home. They got used to it and expected that when they returned to the office, they would be able to continue. Second, we discussed the fact that workplaces have loosened up their dress codes over the last 30 plus years. When I started with my last organization, it was expected that men would wear a jacket and tie every day except during the summer. Even then, they had to wear a jacket and tie to meet clients. Over the years, this has loosened up to the point that men no longer need to wear a jacket and tie to work, but should only do so when meeting clients. At least, that's what it was when I left the organization. Third, we discussed how managers, depending upon the organization, are afraid to speak to staff about their dress, as they may not be seen as accepting of diversity and inclusion. Finally, we discussed that many Gen-Zers do not see work in the same way baby boomers and Gen Xers do. I don't believe that a sizable percentage care about work, but will do just enough to get by and get their paycheck. Do you experience what Stella is experiencing? Is Stella right or wrong? Are my conclusions regarding this right or wrong? What do you think? I would love to hear from you. If you learned something from this episode, please take a moment to like, comment, subscribe, or share with a friend. To learn more about A Fool for Learning and how I can assist you and your organization with an appropriate learning solution to meet your business needs, please visit my website at afoolforlearning.com. This is Joseph Barone, the CEO of A Fool for Learning, signing out. Remember, learn, perform, succeed.